Jefferson. He was a game breaker last week. Over 200 yards receiving. It's the Vikings and the Bears. Next on Madden Football.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's... Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville. Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Nicole Hardman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Throwing to start the drive. Bird. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bird. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Let's go now.
throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down to the 10. They'll say no good on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Once more Montgomery, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bird. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now Jackson. Locates Hardman for another catch. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on the 8th. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now out comes Minnesota.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! A great play there. 63 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery.
He'll take it inside the 25.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Completes it to Hardman. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pick number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to get going again. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just shy of midfield, Jackson is going to flip one out here to his running back. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Jackson. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction.
We changed it.
Now Jackson on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
On second and 10, Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. On third down, Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. Again, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 32 on the play.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field
extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Throwing on first down. Byrne got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw on second down. Byrne looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Back to throw. Byrne. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll look to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will have the Bears first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Operating from the gun. Byrne. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. If those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to Montgomery on second down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And that will be incomplete.
as expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is caught. It's Brown.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Looking to throw. Bird.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Throwing after the interception. Bird.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw on second down. Bird.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Bird.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And some space here.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Bears.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
49 yards.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! A great effort there. The second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Lost, man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Andrew Booth puts it on. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got him in, complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Down, here's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Got him in, it's Brown.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. To throw on 2nd down. Bird. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Bird. Wide open. Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point.
This is caught inside the 15. And they just took a timeout. With 2 seconds to go, this one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It draws a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel.